And it baffles me how much we are so comfortable with settling with the status quo. The day of the Casio camera. And this is the camera that came with a chip, where you could put a chip in there, and now it has the memory. Before that, we went to the films of the Kodak and the Fuji. And then we were pushed now into this digital era where I'm holding the camera, taking a selfie with my son. The kids my son's age are completely going to take it for granted because that is their new normal. And so their challenge is to take us to the new level, to where they can have their own technological evolution. Two questions. What is my contribution to any kind of human evolution, technology evolution, advancement of infrastructure? To any of those things, what is my contribution? Me, George, NGA. And the second question is, how am I positioning myself to grow and advance with the evolution of technology? A tiny little computer that the president of NVIDIA is holding, that you can buy and put it in your house, and now you have your own cloud. I'm invested in that company way before it is the NVIDIA of today. And some of these things I do them, and then I completely forget until they pop up in the news. And then I go look and I'm like, holy moly, I knew NVIDIA back then. And I bought their stock when they were dimes on the dollar. I was scrubbing one of my phones, and I chanced on some videos that were inside Google Chrome. And one particular video is dated November 20th, 2007. One of the videos was dated November 20th, 2007. In that video, my son is 6 months old. She's lying on the bed, and there is an empty bottle. You can see that video on ex-subscribers post and on my members only post videos on YouTube. He's lying on the bed, and he has a baby bottle, but it's empty. And I walk in there and I start talking to him. And I'm helping him to sit up. He's 6 months old. And I'm talking to him. And then he keeps grabbing to try to get the camera. And I say, you want the camera? You want the camera? Let's take a video together. Let's take a photo together. Those days, the word selfie had not come in. So I turned the camera to where now, because the whole time the camera was on him, I turned the camera to where now both of us are now facing the camera. They did not have phone cameras those days. So it was one of these tiny little Casio that I'm holding, maybe maybe a Casio or Olympus, one of those little cheap phones with 2 zooms. And I'm looking now, we have the camera in front of me, and now you can see me and my 6-month-old baby. And now we are taking what now today is known as a selfie. That baby now is 18 years old. I tried going to my computer that I have not used for 9 years. The last time I used my computer was 2016. A laptop, a HP laptop, Pavilion something. 17-inch. And it turns out like I forgot my password to the screen. Thank you so much. Almost. All right. I forgot the password to the screen of my laptop. For 9 years, I have not needed a computer. Because what triggered me to want to go to the computer is because I wanted to see more of those videos. They are all in that computer. But for 9 years, I have never needed a computer. And for 9 years, I have taken it for granted that technology has advanced so much that we no longer need a computer because we have a computer in our pockets. To imagine the level of growth that has happened over the period of 18 years, that since my son was born, the things that have changed, the technology evolution that has taken place. And I know somebody might be thinking that I want to bring Africa into the equation. No. Because Africa has not contributed anything towards the technological evolution that has happened in the last 2 decades. But it's that space and time that has brought us together, that has shrunk our worlds, that has shrunk the computers and eliminated the computers in less than 20 years. That state of mind, and to imagine that we have all been in the front seat watching this happen, and it's almost as if we have taken it for granted. Now, the kids my son's age are completely going to take it for granted because that is their new normal. And so their challenge is to take us to the new level, to where they can have their own technological evolution. And it baffles me how much we are so comfortable with settling with the status quo. The day of the Casio camera. And this is the camera that came with a chip, where you could put a chip in there and now it has the memory. Before that, we went to the films of the Kodak and the Fuji. And then we were pushed now into this digital era where I'm holding the camera, taking a selfie with my son. Now we are here. Very soon, it will be here and normalized. After that, it will be on the pupil of our eye and normalized. The question is, for myself, two questions. What is my contribution to any kind of human evolution, technology evolution, advancement of infrastructure? To any of those things, what is my contribution? Me, George, NGA. And the second question is, how am I positioning myself to grow and advance with the evolution of technology? I was watching NVIDIA, the president of NVIDIA. He is in the news today for having said that Elon Musk is a superhuman. That guy. I remember there's this video I made, and I was responding to this idiot in Uganda that was challenging the contribution of IQ in the quality of life that adult males make in the environment. And in the video I made, juxtaposing between South Sudanese washing their hair directly from the vagina of a urinating cow and the tiny little computer that the president of NVIDIA is holding, that you can buy and put it in your house, and now you have your own cloud. I'm invested in that company way before it is the NVIDIA of today. And some of these things I do them, and then I completely forget until they pop up in the news. And then I go look and I'm like, holy moly, I knew NVIDIA back then. And I bought their stock when they were dimes on the dollar. So have I now been contributing to the advancement of the technology, or am I positioning myself to benefit from the technological evolution? What is our place in all of these things? When we stop arguing and complaining and projecting our inabilities and our iniquities, in not participating in the greatness of the future of this universe, what is our contribution? What is my contribution? And more importantly, how can I position myself to benefit from that evolution? The guys that adapted Facebook right in front of our eyes. One of the main adapters, Peter Vio, is my client. His company is Mediocrity. When Facebook went public, those people became instant millionaires. The same thing happened with IG. One of the two guys that started IG has been our customer. They became instant millionaires. Is our place to push back because of the iniquities and the limitations that we have been dealt? And just settle there and try to make sense of those limitations and try to argue away from, okay, this is what we are dealt, but now that we have the information, we can do better. Why? Why is that a comfortable place? Why? We demonstrate that IQ is the one that determines the quality of life that adult males make in their societies, in their communities, in their countries. And you want to talk about the IQ test is done in English. That's why we are failing. Okay, remove the IQ test. Show me the quality of your life. Don't give it a name. Just show me the results. Leaning over under the vagina of a cow when it's urinating, it has to be a female cow, so that you can wash your dusty ass here as a South Sudanese. Is that where you want us? Can't you at the very least come up with a made in South Sudan bucket where you anaeria the urine, so that you don't have to time when the cow is urinating, and you don't have to always be under the vagina of the cow? Why are we defending mediocrity? You want to redefine quality of life? Okay. Show us what that means. Show us what that entails. There is no shortages of diseases in Africa. Show us your own pharmaceutical exploration and biomedical advancement, research and technology that solely provides African solutions to African problems. Where is it? 100% of the medicine that is taken or used to cure and treat diseases in Africa comes from India and Brazil. End of story. Who are we? We see politicians inaugurating roads that obviously is a construction of 47 IQ score. 47, like the shoe size. We see them standing in front of bridges that are a result of a 47 IQ score. You've seen those bridges. You've seen those bridges. Come on. What are we resisting here? When I put out the video and I juxtaposed all these Asian, Indian, Thailand, South Korea, even manufacturing of vehicles, somebody say they are replicating. Okay, that's very good. Is there an opposite of replicating the car industry that you are doing, or also replicating that you are doing? What is this comfort in mediocrity? What is happening there? And more importantly, this is a very genuine, out of curiosity question. What informs that? What informs that? What is it that you have looked in all angles and degrees and perspectives, and you have said, this is my position? The final answer, jeopardy. Really?